Pride of Britain co-host and diversity dancer Ashley Banjo opens up about one of the most emotional nights of the year, and why having kids himself makes it even more poignant. As the Pride of Britain Awards approach for the 26th year in a row, Ashley Banjo is returning to co-host the moving show and, as he admits in an exclusive chat with OK, he couldn't be happier to be back. "It's genuinely an honor to host, and there's not much like it in this country. It's so important, even if it's only for one night, that we see what the real pride of Britain is, and we see a real cross-section of people from different walks of life who have done amazing things," says the dancer. Ashley, 37, alongside his now good friend Carol Vorderman, is presenting the show, which recognizes unsung heroes from across the United Kingdom who have demonstrated bravery, overcome adversity or made an extraordinary contribution to society. Former Countdown host Carol has been a staple at the ceremony since it began, and with her wealth of experience, Ashley says she has certainly taken him under her wing. "She's a legend, an icon. I say it every year, but she's so knowledgeable and so invested, so working next to the really makes me up my game," explains Ashley. "I didn't really have any expectations of her before we met, other than that I thought she would be really smart, which she is. She teaches me things without knowing it. She's got strong opinions and it makes me learn too. So I'm always at the top of my game around her." As it turns out, Carol is quite the fan of Ashley's Britain's Got Talent winning dance group Diversity, too. "Oh, she's our biggest fan. She comes to shows with me and Diversity," Ashley says. With inspiring stories and motivational speeches, the Pride of Britain Awards is always an emotional evening, and the A-list attendees will be armed with tissues for the occasion. It's no different for father of two Ashley, who tells us he does try to keep his emotions at bay. "I definitely get emotional," he admits, with a laugh. "I try to hold it in on the night. It's usually before the event, because Carol and I get to meet the winners in the weeks before the ceremony and learn about them. But there are moments where you see someone get on stage and their face lights up, and that gets me, every single time. But I do try to hold it in, because it's their moment, not mine. I try to remember that." Ashley is a proud father to daughter Rose, 6, and 5-year-old son Micah, who he shares with his ex-partner, Francesca Abbott. And being a dad, he confesses, means that meeting inspirational children going through unimaginably tough battles each year tugs on the heartstrings that little bit more. "Having kids means I can relate to situations in a completely different way. It definitely makes you more emotional. I think, in general, having children does that to you. It changes your perspective and makes you more knowledgeable. You realize how fragile life can be and how deep your love is for your kids. It humbles you. Me and my family are so lucky that we haven't been through some of the horrific things that some of our winners have been through. But how they deal with the cards life has dealt them is just incredible." Ashley always ensures to get his own kids involved in the ceremony, and says Rose takes a special interest. "Last year, it was really nice because we had a winner called Florrie. She's a little girl who was very ill but just a literal ball of love, light and positivity. So my little girl wrote her a letter and drew a picture, then she asked me to give it to her and said she was super inspired by her. That says everything you need to know about just how much these awards can inspire others, you know?" Each year, Pride of Britain is supported by an array of celebrities, as well as members of the royal family, and Ashley shares one memorable occasion, the day he received a personal call from none other than Prince Harry. "Harry was lovely," he recalls. "He's very supportive and he had really good things to say to me. The call was in a quite needed moment for me." Besties Sam Thompson and Pete Wicks will be chatting to the famous attendees on the red carpet, alongside I'm a Celeb star GK Barry. But Ashley says when it's the winners who leave him in awe. "Genuinely, I'm not just saying this, I get more starstruck by the winners in the room. We get to speak to these people for weeks before the show, so you know about someone's life and are inspired by them, then you get to meet them in real life and it's no different to being starstruck by a celebrity. We have this thing called the Winners' Dinner, where we go around and meet them all, putting faces to names and learning about their stories before the ceremony. That's always my favorite thing," he says. With the Pride of Britain Awards being a staple in the autumn events calendar, we remind Ashley this means Christmas will be just around the corner once the ceremony is over. I'm definitely not prepared, he laughs. I've got no plans yet, I need to work it all out. It seems the older you get, the faster it goes.